Good afternoon, everyone, or good morning, excuse me.
Morning.
We gotta let the clock tick a little bit. It's 9:58. I've got the live feed up. We are recording. We're on Zoom, and no sign of the defendant, Mr. Thornton.
He did have trouble when he called in for the informal hearing connecting, so I don't know.
Okay.
Well, I think he's the one who requested the formal. Did he appeal?
No, he misunderstood the process and wanted to have an attorney present.
Okay.
So it had to be switched over to a formal.
All right, we got a minute here. I wasn't exactly clear how it had gotten set for a formal, so we'll put that on the record here in a minute. It's 10 a.m. There are two matters scheduled this morning in the matter of People versus Maurice Thornton, file 21841 and 21842. These are from Lockport Township. Mike Hayden is the zoning enforcement officer for Lockport Township. Roxanne Siebert is here as counsel on behalf of the township. This is a property out near the airport in Three Rivers on Mitchell Road. There are two separate tickets. One has to do with inoperable vehicles on this property. The other has to do with junk and unsafe premises. Let me look at these tickets. 28841 alleges inoperable and unregistered vehicles and boats stored outside on the property, and the complaint does include photographs of that. 21842, the citation alleges violation of the Township International Property Maintenance Code, including but not limited to unsecure structure, overhang and soffit missing, damaged downspouts, gutters falling off and missing. And there are, I think, 11 photographs that accompany that, show this cement block house in a pretty serious state of disrepair. It is set for a formal hearing this morning. That's why I'm here rather than a magistrate. Mr. Hayden, could you enlighten us as to how this ended up as a formal hearing?
Yes, Your Honor. It was scheduled on June 8th at 9 a.m. for an informal hearing. When Magistrate Trowbridge got ready to start the hearing, Mr. Thornton informed us that his attorney was not able to appear. Magistrate Trowbridge informed him that an attorney was not in an informal hearing. He then requested to have a hearing set where he could have his attorney present.
All right, so magistrate set it for formal.
Yes.
Now, nobody showed up. It's interesting. The defendant lives in Chicago and the property is in Lockport Township, just outside of Three Rivers. before COVID and Zoom, the hearing would have been here and he would have been required to drive from Chicago here to Centerville for the hearing. Now we have the availability of Zoom and he hasn't even done that. I've had a morning like that. I've had a lot of people that have not appeared. Judge Pattison is so over Zoom and he's ready to simply open his court. Judge Stutzman's not far behind. We can't make it any easier for people than to dial in on a Zoom feed, but many people choose not to do that either. Mr. Hayden, would you please raise your right hand? You swear or affirm any testimony you're about to give in this matter will be true to the best of your knowledge and belief.
I do.
You provided reports with each of these citations. The vehicle ordinance violation shows an old Volvo, I think, with a smashed in door and a couple of large lake boats.
Yes.
Maybe some other stuff. That was in April. Is that property still there?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you just looked at it yesterday?
Yes, I was by there yesterday, and there's no difference in the property other than the grass is taller and in violation again.
And that is in the 01 case.
Correct.
I don't know what shape the roof for that house is in, but if there are any holes in that roof, that inside of that house must just be wet and moldy. All right, regarding the construction maintenance code violations, you should attach, I believe, 11 photographs show the disrepair of the house, including collapsing soffits and overhangs. That is in the same condition as well?
Yes, Your Honor. And both porches are cement, but everything around them there's wood on top of the front porch there, and it's got holes in it. The soffits are falling down. And I have not been able to get inside. I have not done an administrative search warrant because I felt there was enough on the exterior to write the citation.
Ms. Sieber, what's your request?
Your Honor, at this time, we would request the authority to remove the vehicles and the boats from the property after maybe 15 days, giving him a final opportunity to remove them and to charge the cost to the property owner. We're also asking for attorney's fees in the amount of $200. And we would like, I don't know if Mr. Thornton has any idea how bad this is. I believe he's gotten copies of the photographs and the house is vacant. At this time, I would like an order that indicates that if he does not pull permits within 30 days, it shall be, effort to maintain shall be deemed to be abandoned, and that the township would be permitted to demolish the house and charge the cost to the property.
This is what's commonly known as an attractive nuisance. There are several houses like this in that little area where the houses run north off M60 and dead end there. And they were family homes that have been abandoned or fallen on disrepair. I'm not clear exactly how they came to be in the condition they were in. Once upon a time, this was somebody's fine home. Yes, you may have orders to each of those effects. The appeal period is 21 days, so we're going to have to give them 21 days to remove the property.
I will put that in the orders, Your Honor. Thank you.
I don't know where he is. I don't have a telephone number. We're on Michigan time, not Illinois time. I have had that happen from time to time, that people come in an hour late, but this property's here in Michigan. I don't know where he is. I'm disappointed that he's not here.
I did not get an appearance on an attorney at all on this.
Yes, neither did we. Or contact. All right, I guess if he shows up at 11 o'clock, I'll tell him he can move to set aside the default, but we took testimony, but I guess I'll show it as default. He wasn't here, but there's certainly enough evidence to support the orders that I'm allowing you to present. So I guess that's it. It's 10:09 and we only gave him 9 minutes, but we'll let it tick for a moment. Are there any other houses in this neighborhood that you're working on as well?
Not on that street. I do have one on the next street over, Patterson Lane, but that is just vehicles. It's not the structure itself.
We had another house on Patterson Lane. They had a permanent ongoing yard sale in the yard.
Yeah.
I think that one was resolved. And then there was another one. There was also a house right on M60 in that area that it looked like it was abandoned.
Actually, you're correct. And I am working on that property right now, getting it mowed and getting it cleaned up. It's right on the corner of, I believe it's Patterson and M60.
And again, once upon a time, these were somebody's home, and it's sad to see them just disrepair. When I get rich and win the lotto, I'm gonna refurbish all the dilapidated houses and put them back into service. I told my wife that this week. There's a local guy who is a Three Rivers person who's started a very vigorous business, and he's been buying commercial buildings in Three Rivers and refurbishing them and bringing them into the new age, and he's doing a really nice job. I would do it with houses and put them back into service, but I don't have any money, but it's a nice dream. Okay, he's not here. I'll have you guys submit the orders, and we're good to go. I'm going to shut off the live feed now and the recording. Roxanne, I'd like you to stay for just a minute.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.